Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a coin that will be listed tomorrow, and this announcement was just made by Coinbase like 10 minutes ago, and this project is called T-Food or the Tone token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website te-food.com in order to learn more about this project, right? But before we talk about the Tone token, I want to talk to you guys about Iteras Capital. Iteras Capital, if you are a resident or citizen of the United States, then it's a platform for you to use to invest in crypto using your IRAs, right? So basically, if you are a citizen or resident of the United States, you can basically use Iteras Capital to buy and sell crypto 24/7 in tax advantaged IRAs, right? So if you go to the website iterascapital.com and click on their pricing information, you can basically see that first of all they have some of the most transparent pricing mechanisms in place, which includes a $0 per month for personal accounts, which is a fully free monthly account where you don't have to pay even a single penny, which is pretty great. And they also charge some of the lowest fees when it comes to transaction fees. For cryptocurrency, it is about 1%. For gold, it's $50 over spot per ounce. And for silver, it's $2.50 over spot per ounce, right? So these are some of the lowest in the industry, and you can take advantage of that through Iteras Capital, right? So apart from giving you these many benefits, they also offer you more benefits by providing you, the facilitation of transfer, rollover, and contribution to fund your IRAs. They also provide you with all necessary IRS or tax reporting information. They provide you with unlimited storage with institutional custody partners, and also provide enough support and maintenance for your accounts. And all of this is done with literally no additional or hidden account fees, right? So this is one of the best platforms that you could use in order to get the most out of your crypto in your tax advantage IRA with such high level benefits, right? So when you scroll further below, you can find that they have videos about pricing and fees, and they also have another video about how you can do in-kind transfers. They provide a lot of information for you to set up your account and get going, right? So if you scroll further below, they have FAQs section, which will provide you more information about their platform itself. And if you use the link in the description to set up an Iteras Capital account and fund it with a minimum of $1,000, you basically get a $10 welcome bonus on top of all the benefits that we discussed right now, right? And on top of that, you'll also be supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the Tone token, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information present on CoinMarketCap's paid first token. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Tone token? So T-Food is a blockchain-based farm-to-table food traceability solution. So it is a platform that focuses on farm to food, okay? So anything that happens between creating your food from a farm and bringing it to your table, everything is done and tracked through your blockchain, through the blockchain called T-Food, right? So that's the main focus of this platform. Its mission is to provide transparency in the food industry. So one main concern that we have in the industry right now is there's a lack of transparency in the food industry, right? So this is one of the main challenges, even though it's not a pressing issue that you may think on a daily basis. It's still an issue that exists, and a lot of people are not really comfortable eating food without knowing what happened with it. So especially when it comes to meat products and poultry products, these are products that have a lot of ethical basis as well, and a lot of people are getting conscious of the fact that how their food was treated when it was alive, right? So in order to bring transparency in the food industry, T-Food blockchain aims to solve that gap through blockchain technology, right? So it's a very novel idea that is definitely going to take over in a few years. So T-Food aims to enable customers to improve consumer trust and brand exposure, gain deeper supply chain insights, and to improve their operational efficiency, comply with export regulations, protect their brands against counterfeiting, and perform quicker product recall. So the basic implications of T-Food is they mainly aim to enable customers to improve customer trust and brand exposure. So they want to provide the customers with all the tools needed so that they can learn about their food, which improves the trust on a specific item of food that they're trying to consume, as well as create brand awareness. There are lots of brands these days which are extremely high quality, that focus on ethical means to produce food, but they're not really getting a lot of attention because they're getting crushed by the mega corporations that control the supply chain food and the marketing industry, right? So in order to make everything as a fair plane and to level the playing field, Tea Food wants to provide the tools to customers to get enough transparency in the food engineering department in order to provide them with the means of tools to get themselves educated on what they are actually consuming, right? So they also provide tools to gain deeper supply chain insights to improve their operational efficiency. So this enables customers to understand the supply chain logistics of how their food came into be, and also to comply with export regulations, because food that we are consuming these days are kind of like imported from other countries. So you need to understand if it was imported the proper way, and is it following the local laws and regulations, right? So it's also to protect their brands against counterfeiting. So you may have seen counterfeit brands which are pretty common these days, which try to leech off of a particular successful brand. It may be slightly cheaper or maybe in the same price, with the same branding, same design and everything, which is basically just a fake version of the original one, right? So these kind of food counterfeits are getting more and more common these days, and Tea-Food provides the consumers a means to understand which is the counterfeit one from the real one, right? And perform quicker product recalls. So product recalls in the food industry is extremely hard. Again, it's because the supply chain is so branched and so overlapping that if something fails, let's say something becomes contaminated, or some kind of food products contains like an agent that could be harming the customers, it's very hard these days to get a product recall, especially when consumers don't have a proper channel to communicate directly with the manufacturer, right? So Tea Food aims to provide a transparent solution for this as well, and to enable easier and quicker product recalls. So the system that they've created is pretty novel. So as an end-to-end solution, Tea Food offers many components of the complete supply chain to identify tracked items and batches, capture the data, store it on a blockchain, process the data, and present it to the consumer. So basically, tool-wise, they have multiple components that enable the transparency mechanism to happen. This includes completing the supply chain to track identified items, as well as batches, as well as capture the data, store it in a blockchain, process the data, and present it to the consumers, right? So that's their main focus. So launched in 2016, Tea Food reportedly serves over 6,000 business customers and performs 400,000 business operations each day. So this project, even though you may only be hearing it right now due to Coinbase's listing, it is a project that has existed since 2016, which has been like quite a while right now. And in crypto terms, it's kind of like in a millennium, because the crypto market moves so fast that any project that's been created on or before 2016 or 2017 is considered as a very high quality project that stays and resists a lot of inflationary as well as deflationary market manipulations, right? So the platform has existed since 2016 and has reportedly served over 6,000 business customers and performs 400,000 business operations each day. This is pretty cool. The team claims food products tracked with Tea Food are available for more than 150 million consumers around the world. So the work that they're already doing right now is available for more than 150 million customers worldwide, which is pretty cool. If you ask me, you're kind of using their service without even knowing that they even exist until right now. So it's really good to know that they're already on top of things when it comes to the supply chain of food, right? So TE Foods blockchain, the food chain, is a public permissioned blockchain which enables both supply chain participants and the consumer community to maintain master nodes to decentralized traceability information. So obviously they have their own blockchain which is called the food chain. Even though the name may sound ridiculous, it's actually a very true and generic name. They are trying to focus on food, and their main focus is only to provide important information to consumers about food, and therefore food chain is the blockchain that you need to go to understand the life cycle or the history of your food, right? And it is a public permission blockchain, which means it's a fully decentralized permission blockchain by the public. There's no central authority that controls the blockchain, and it kind of like enables both supply chain participants and consumer community to maintain master nodes. So consumers as well as supply chain participants can maintain their own master nodes in order to decentralize traceability information. In order to kind of make this information decentralized, anyone can become a participant in the ecosystem by having a master node, right? TFD, which is the token that they have, is an ERC20 token and operates on the Ethereum platform, which represents a tokenized software license enabling users of TE Foods ecosystem to perform their activities. So they have a main token called TFD token, which is an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, on the Ethereum platform, and it basically represents a tokenized software license enabling users of TE Foods ecosystem to perform their activities, right? So just to bear in mind that TE Foods token, which is basically outside of the food chain blockchain, is on the Ethereum network, and this is the ERC20 token that you need to deposit or withdraw from Coinbase. So when you deposit or withdraw tokens for the TON token, you can only do that in the ERC20 format, so be very careful that any other blockchain based token will not be accepted by Coinbase, right? So all individuals and organizations need to possess a certain number of TFD license tokens to use TE Foods ecosystem. So in order to use the TE Foods blockchain ecosystem, you need to have a specific number of TFD license tokens in order to access that information. So that's how they're bringing demand to this token, right? So that's kind of like a quick overview of this particular platform. It's a very interesting concept and it has been around for quite some time. It's just only recently that people are starting to notice this platform, right? So going to the website itself, which is te-food.com, you can clearly see that they have a very cool website. So the number one end-to-end food traceability solution on blockchain. So that's their main focus, and all components you need to tell the story of your product in one place. So that's exactly what they do. They want to tell you a story of how your food came about to be, and you can do that through their blockchain, right? So what makes us unique? If you click on this button, you can understand how their platform is unique from other platforms. So we already covered a lot of information about this platform, so you can go through that on their website as well. So 6,000 plus business customers, which is pretty cool. 400,000 plus operations per day, and 115 million people served. So all of these are huge numbers. And this is very impressive that they're doing right now, right? So what can you achieve with TE Food? So what are the main things that you can get from TE Food, right? So differentiate your product from competition. So if you take a product, you can basically differentiate that from the competition that you have. Again, this is from a supply chain perspective, not from a consumer perspective. So if you have a product that you're trying to sell, you can see how your food product differentiates from other competitions in the market. Improve operational efficiency. So you can improve your operational efficiency as a food manufacturer. Establish direct communication with consumers. You can directly communicate with the consumers and get feedback, and also understand how you can basically improve your product quality. And in the event of a recall, you can directly reach your customers, which will save you a lot of time and will help your customers understand how transparent you're trying to be, right? Position your premium products. So you can basically focus on positioning your premium products so that the customers can understand which is the premium one that they need to get in order for them to access your products more efficiently, right? So become compliant to import regulations of target countries. So if you have a product that you want to ship out to another country, you can use their service in order to become more compliant with the existing as well as the new country's regulations, right? So quicker and targeted product recalls. Again, this is something that we already discussed before. So these are all important information that you as a food producer or food manufacturer can take advantage of when you try to sell your food product, right? So we are with you from start to success. So this is again offering to food manufacturers. So they provide you this service and they do guide you throughout the process. So see all the components that we discussed right now by clicking on the button there. What makes the food unique? So what makes them unique? We already know that they are a very unique project. What makes them unique from a blockchain project standpoint, right? We have done it many times. So they have been around for quite some time, which means they have seen the industry, they work with multiple different partners, and they know what they're doing, right? So it's not a scam. It's not someone who's claiming to do something, but they actually do something else differently. They are a legit project that is based on a blockchain, and they've done it multiple times, and they've benefited multiple food manufacturers as well. From small to global, we have a solution. They have a solution for small scale food manufacturers as well as large global conglomerates. So they have everyone covered, right? You can click on view all to see some of the information that they have. So powering operational visibility at 6,000 plus companies worldwide. So these are some of the company names that you may or may not recognize. There are lots of companies that they work with, and these companies are actively using their services. You may know some companies, you may not, but overall these are all less popular companies, but that's one of the main points, right? There's not a lot of major companies in this list because major companies already have a successful marketing team, already have a way to reach their customers. It's just a smaller as well as middle scale companies that are struggling to get an audience or a proper means. They are definitely taking advantage of TE Foods in order to better reach their customers, provide more transparency, as well as to improve the quality of their products as well, right? So these are all some of the beneficiaries who have benefited directly from TE-Foods blockchain, right? Would you like to learn more? You can click on the request a presentation in order for you to get the direct information from them if you're a food manufacturer. And if you scroll further below, you have other information that you can also use. They're a company based in Germany, and they have the social media information at the bottom left corner as well, right? So overall, a very powerful and strong project that if you are a food kind of like a industry owner, or if you're a person who plans to start a food industry in the future, you must want to look into this project, right? So going to the CoinMarketCap page for this token is currently ranked 626 by market cap and CoinMarketCap, and it's currently trading at 3.3 cents at the time I'm making this video. Again, if you see, the token is starting to increase in its price. So this is kind of like a typical nature of tokens when they get announced by Coinbase, so they'll get listed on Coinbase. So starting today or tomorrow, you'll definitely see this token starting to increase in price point, and therefore people will be dumping this token. So be very careful. If you're buying this token in green, you're probably going to lose out because a lot of people will be looking to dump their tokens on you, right? So be very careful. The token price will continue to increase till the token gets listed tomorrow, and then it will suffer a period of dumping for the next few days to weeks, which will probably be the best time for you to buy this token and not this time, right? So be very careful now that Coinbase has made this announcement. When it comes to the tokenomics itself, you can clearly see the market cap, first of all, is about $19.3 million. So this token has been around since 2016, but they only have a market cap of less than $20 million, which is quite astounding considering the fact that this project offers so much value, real world value to the community, and it only has a market cap of less than $20 million. This shows that people are not really people have not really known this project until recently, and therefore they will start using this project, and the market cap is quite poised to grow in the future. And in the next bull rally, you can expect the project to reach kind of like $50 to $75 million of market cap easily, right? I think in the long term, this project can cross maybe $100 to $200 million of market cap, but for now, this project is only $19.3 million of market cap, which means it's still early, and therefore you can definitely look into this project for long-term growth and development, right? When it comes to the supply, the max supply of this token is 1 billion tokens. It's quite high, but if you look at the circulating supply, about 57% of the tokens are already in circulation. So there's only a little bit more remaining but you can still expect this token to have some short-term price slumping, which is pretty typical of any project that has a huge max supply of 1 billion or more, and this project also has that issue, right? Even though it has 1 billion tokens as max supply, about 57% of the tokens are already in circulation, which only means that in a few years this token will reach its 100% circulation supply compared to its max supply, and then this token will start becoming a token that will not get slumped because of its token supply being injected into the market, right? So for that, I can say that this token will probably be a little bit of a short-term struggle, but in the long term, mid to long term, you can expect some really good returns from this product, right? When it comes to the charts itself, you can clearly see that a lot of people are starting to buy this token, which is why you can see in the right hand side of this token, you can clearly see that this token is starting to make some waves. It is starting to grow up because of the Coinbase announcement. It will continue to go up probably till it reaches like 5 cents per token and then start dumping down, right? But if you see, the price of this token was initially worth 2.8 cents as of 12th of March 2018, and then the token has gone up and down multiple times. It's been quite volatile. It reached its first all-time high as 5.7 cents as of 6th of May 2018, and then since then it's kind of declined down. It reached its all-time low of $0.002 per token as of 12th of March 2020, and then if you had bought this token at that price point, you could have sold it for a really good profit when the token went to its all-time highs of close to 1.2 cents, 12 cents per token, which was a huge gain for people who bought it at that price point, and it reached this all-time high as of 4th of May 2021. So you would have had to wait for a bit of time in order for you to have gained such a significant gain, but this definitely did happen, and a lot of people who did that made a lot of money. And if you are one of them, then kudos to you, because you made a really good decision buying it at the extreme low, right? But if you see, the token instantly dropped after that. It didn't really sustain the price point for too long, because it for people who bought it at the top, it would have sucked to be you, because you literally lost pretty much all of the value in about a few days, where this token reached 2.2 cents as of 19th of July 2021, and then it started going back up again, but it only reached as high as 0.09 or 9.5 cents, and then kind of crashed again. So for people who bought this token again in the bottom of $0.009 per token during the recent crash of 2022, where the token reached the second all-time low of $0.009 per token as of 19th of May 2022, you still have a long way to go. Even though currently you will be sitting at a good profit, there's still a lot of gains to be made for this token, especially with the Coinbase announcement tomorrow, Coinbase announcement today, and the Coinbase listing tomorrow. You will probably make some more gains by tomorrow, right? So for people who are looking to buy this token, if you are trying to buy this token, I suggest you to hold off on this, because this token is going to come down after the listing tomorrow. You can probably buy this token at around 2 or 1.5 cents in about 48 to 96 hours, right? So that's the time where you can definitely buy this token at the relatively low point of 1.5 to 2 cents. But till then, hold off, because you could definitely use this time to do some more research onto this project to see if this project is for you, right? When it comes to the markets itself, you can clearly see that the markets do show that there is not a lot of liquidity, especially in the centralized exchanges for this token. You can buy this token from KuCoin, which is probably one of the best liquidity providers for this token. You can buy this token with USDT, ETH, as well as BTC. You can buy this token at 3.3 cents, and then you can definitely sell it on Uniswap version 2 at 3.4 cents to make a very slight arbitrage trading, right? If you want to buy this token from a decentralized exchange, Uniswap version 2 is the only exchange where you can buy this token from, but the fees will be very high, right? Tomorrow you will find that Coinbase, after listing this token, will provide ample amount of liquidity, which will definitely stabilize the floor price of this token. I think the floor will probably be 3.3 to 3.2 cents per token, which will probably be the lower floor price moving forward after the Coinbase listing. But then since Coinbase accesses this token, you can expect this token to be listed on other major centralized exchanges such as Binance, Huobi Global, OKX, or even Kraken as well, because Coinbase has some of the most strictest listing requirements of all the exchanges, right? So what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I think this token has some of the best fundamentals. In fact, the actual practical application of this token, of this platform, is significantly high. They've been around since 2016. They have a lot to offer, and I think token wise they have a lot of potential in the future. Their short-term problems is going to be their tokenomics. They have 1 billion tokens, out of which even though 57% of the tokens are in circulation, there will be the remaining portion of the tokens that will slowly get dumped in the market, which will slump the price of this token. This token seems to be a really good short-term as well as long-term mover, but it's extremely volatile, so you need to be very careful. So if you are a newcomer, I would not recommend you to buy this token if you don't know what you're doing. If you are an experienced or slightly like amateur trader, you can use this token to make some short-term gains when this token is in the red. So currently it's in the green, so I would not recommend you to buy this token at all. This is the best time to research this token, and then once this token goes down, which will be 48 hours after the Coinbase listing, that's when you buy this token. I think the token will probably reach as low as 1.5 cents or 2 cents per token, which is the best time to buy, and then you can sell it as high when it reaches as high as 5 to 6 cents per token, which will happen as a cycle, right? In the long term, I can easily see this token reaching 20 to 25 cents per token by 3 to 4 months from now, which will probably be the best time to kind of like sell this token and then do the same thing again, because this token moves in a cyclical pattern, right? So again, this is just my opinion, guys, not finished advice. Please do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.